Am I live? I think I'm live. Good morning, Miss Flipper. Um, let's see. Where are we? Um, we're right here, all confused. Let's see. Where are we? There we go. All right. Time to put my shoes on. And um, I think I'm going to read what I wrote to start things off. Well, let me say good morning. And let me grab my shoes. Hope everyone is having a good day. Good morning. Ugh, my back is still sore. It's going to be a light workout. But I think I might go ahead and live stream it. I'm either going to do... don't worry about what I'm going to do. We'll find out when we find out. How are you, Miss Flipper? Miss Flipper, thanks for coming in. I know it was late for you last night. Actually, I think it was morning for you last night when you were here. What did you think of our friend Martin? By the way, Martin is offering to teach the meditation method that he mentioned. So connect with him on Facebook, or I'll have to find his email again. Hey, Daniel. Daniel, how are you? Hope everyone is having good start to the day. I'm bringing up the online version of A Course in Miracles. Miss Pippa says, I enjoyed Martin's visit very much. Good. I'm glad to hear. Um, interesting story. It took him a while, he said, to come to the course. He had it for a number of years. And then I guess it was 15, 16 years ago when he finally opened it again. And for whatever reason, and this seems to happen quite a bit for people, this time around, when you open it up, everything's different. Everything feels different. And it becomes your practice. Hey, Sniper. Greatest Rising, Eric, Miss Pipper, and Daniel. It's the way it was for me. Although I knew almost from the very beginning that the course was definitely a vital part of my path. Sometimes I'm asked, is it yoga or is it A Course in Miracles? And the answer is yes. The answer is always yes. Meaning it doesn't have to be a distinction. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, when he was asked by Arjuna on the path to freedom, and Krishna pointed out 4 paths of yoga. You had karma yoga, which is a yoga of service, and you have jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge, insight, wisdom, self-inquiry, and then you have Raja yoga, which is the translates to kingly or royal yoga. Hey, sissy. Give me 1 second. And that's more or less the practice of yoga that I do, sort of. Give me 1 second. Nature's Lens, how are you? Tandra, my friend. And then you have Bhakti Yoga, which is a yoga of devotion. And of course, there's other branches. There's sound yoga. Yoga simply means connect, yoke, to join together. To join together that, or the realization that everything's already joined together. And then you have, Tanya says, all good here. Thanks, Yogi. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, my friend. So, service, inquiry, royal, devotion. Um, karma. Karma yoga is the one that you forgot. Yoga of service. Those are the four main traditional. Now again, there's others. There's all kinds of others as well. Uh, Tantric yoga, Kriya yoga, um, Kundalini yoga. Nisargadatta Maharaj, we talked about him last night, uh, would offer Niskara, which means natural yoga, the yoga of spontaneity, as well as devotion and self-inquiry. So for me, when I say A Course in Miracles, I'm talking about my yoga path is A Course in Miracles, and everything fits seamlessly in. You don't have to make all these distinctions that, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. My asana practice is a practice of forgiveness. I'm forgiving my body for any past expectations that I have of it. If I don't hold a posture as deep or as long or as steady as I did the day before, hey, Poker, my friend, how are you? It's nice to see you. Then you forgive it. Forgiveness simply means a shift of perception. I'm performing with the body that I have today. It's the same with my workouts, Don't want to punish myself for what I did or didn't do. The last session, you come in fresh, you come in new. That is the nature of forgiveness, the shift of perception, and it is the nature of yoga. It's the yoga of A Course in Miracles. I need to write about that. Hey, Nina, my friend, how are you? So our friend Tandra has a new name, Nature's Lens, and now with YouTube making those little changes, you come in as an email and it's even harder to recognize who it is. So just rest assured that Natural Lens Connect is Nature's Lens Connect, who is our friend Tandra. So yoga, A Course in Miracles, we just don't have to make distinctions between the two. Anyway, 1975, our friend Martin went to India, and he had the opportunity to sit with Nisargadatta Maharaj, but did not take it up. Nina says, Yogi, where did you win that trophy? Is it from a marathon? Nope, that one is from a 5K on a trail, which is why I did so well. If it was like on a road, I wouldn't have done well at all. I might have, I don't know, maybe came in top 10 in my age group, which at the time I believe was 45. But because it was on a trail, and there was a lot of road runners who weren't used to running on the trail, I did pretty well. How are you, my friend? Hey, Mohammed, how are you? How's your mother? Says, you running another one soon? No, I actually haven't done a race since 2019 was my last race. I did 2019, I did my last 50K, and I actually walked it. And I did pretty well. I think it was actually about 35 miles long instead of 31, and I did it in about 7 hours and 4 minutes. And then a couple months later, I did a 10-mile trail race, which was just for fun. And I did it with a few friends. And then soon after, COVID, and then my father started getting sicker with congestive heart failure. So everything was put on hold. And then when things lifted, I did a 20-mile walk run with some friends. It wasn't a race. We just did a training run. And that was the last any distance that I've ever done. Muhammad says, my mom is doing good. She started eating right now. Thank God. Indeed, thanks God. Thank God. Awesome, Muhammad. You've both been in my prayers. Hey, Susanna, how are you? Nina says, do you do any cycling? I don't do any cycling. Although I wouldn't mind getting a bike just for local stuff. Plus, it would take me a little farther in less the time. I could take out my camera and go to about 5 miles away. There's another pond, actually a lake. My pond is a little over half-mile around, but this lake, the nearest bigger lake, is, well, there's two. Both have beavers, by the way. One is about a mile around, the other is about 2 miles around. And then there's another lake a little bit farther that is almost 3 miles around. All of them are beautiful. Sissy says, adding to my prayer list, otherwise known as Conversation with Spirit, like Kat said. So I'm going to read what I wrote real quick. I wrote about function, which brings us back to yoga. Yoga puts a heavy emphasis on dharma, some forms of yoga. Dharma means two different things. In Buddhism, it means teachings, the teachings of Buddha, the dharma of Buddha. It means the essence of the teachings, right? In the traditional form, in the Vedic yogic, it means our dharma is our why we're here, purpose. What is my purpose? What is my dharma? Is a form of self-inquiry. Course in Miracles doesn't use dharma so much; it uses the word function, and function doesn't depend on talent, right? Sometimes we think about dharma as dependent upon the talent that we have. That my dharma is to be a musician because that's what I'm good at. My dharma is to be a doctor because I'm smart and I want to heal. But dharma really is much deeper than that. Dharma is the purpose or the function that we have in the world. And what is the function that we have in the world? It's to forgive. Nina says, what's the best running shoes? I have a pair of Brooks. The best running shoes are the ones that work best for you. I like using barefoot shoes. Actually, right now I'm wearing a pair of Skechers. And I alternate those and a pair of beat-up Ultras. I like Ultras. They offer a little bit of protection, but there's still zero drop. And my preference is zero drop or barefoot shoes. I just love how she put it. Can't get enough of it. It is good. Kat has finally got her gloves back. I looked in the same place 6 times and they were not there. So where were they? Oh, so they were in the place where you left them, but you looked there before and they weren't there. Are those traps on the sides of Mount Everest? Well, the head is Mount Everest and the traps are the Himalayas or Himalayans, depending how you say it. Sissy laughing says, Dundee, I love your funnies. Marla says to Sissy, anything you want, get off your chest about bananas. As long as you're talking about bananas, real bananas. We are a banana channel. So, all right, function, dharma. Keep that in mind because I will mention dharma once. We have a special function to perform, each of us in vital service to the world. That's a key theme that plays throughout A Course in Miracles. It offers us the simple dharma beyond the scope of profession or skill. We are here to be the light of the world, miracle workers, and equally gifted in our opportunities to shine. A miracle here is a shift of perception from ego to spirit, channeled through the natural expression of forgiveness. We are all entitled to miracles, both offering and receiving. Our role today is to forgive. It's our one function, and in truth, isn't even our job to perform. What we do, all we do really, is ask the Holy Spirit for the means of forgiveness, the transformative power granted through our surrender and request for such a miracle. It's always given, easily received, although the effects may seem to take some time to become apparent. But peace always follows the sincerity of our request, a burden lifted from our hearts. And these effects are immediate. Today, every day, forgiveness is a function, and we're at peace. It's an important thing to consider. Tanya says hi to Kat. Oh, they're going the banana. Well, let's save that for Amanda's channel. I definitely have younger people here. So, plus, hey, I'm innocent. In my 60 years, I remain innocent at heart. Every once in a while, something goes in that direction, but, it doesn't have to. Miss Pippa says, today I learned there's a walk from Spain to Jerusalem. Takes about 18 months. All monasteries, abbeys, and refuge along the way. And so we're going to start training for it, Miss Flipper? Marlon says, okay, I'll behave now, maybe. Well, I hope you do. Remember, we share the channel with so many different people. Sissy says, Miss Flipper, that sounds like an amazing pilgrimage. It does, doesn't it? Spain to Jerusalem. Miss Pippa says, let's also with Solzy. All right, let's pack my bags. I'm ready. Guys, I believe our friend Jamie Brown is live. If anyone wants to head on over. Marlon says, I'm actually a lot more innocent than most people would think. I would think so. I have no doubt about that. Hello, Praveen, my friend. How are you? Miss Pippa says, Adam? Is Adam here? Did I miss him? I didn't see Adam yesterday. Hope all is well. Or you want to take him with us? So, you, me, Kat, Sissy, Adam. Miss Pippa says, and Praveen, hello. So, any questions about our function? Why is forgiveness our function? If we take it from the aspect of yoga, that yoga is the realization of our union already present, right? Forgiveness serves as a reminder that innocence prevails, that we are already that in which we seek. Forgiveness removes the veils of our separation. It means that, and we talked about this yesterday, and Martin was so awesome in his responses. And I offered what Miss Flipper loves to put out, selective remembering. Forgiveness means that I am selectively remembering the loving thoughts that I hold for you. I'm selectively remembering the love in which you are. I'm selectively remembering the light in which you exist. Which means I'm not, hey Flora, my friend, how are you? Welcome in. Praveen says, don't forget me. We can never forget you, Praveen. I appreciate the like, Flora. Flora says, I'm good. Good, good. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Fred. Sissy says, I'd love to have that kind of freedom. I would likely need, we would likely need arm protection. I wonder if we would. Oh, hey, Flora, you're welcome. Let me know. Hopefully that'll help get you towards that tripod. Everyone can bathe in eternal love. Praveen says, Yogi sir, catch a beaver for me. I like a lot. Will keep with me. I don't think I could. I don't think I could capture one of my beavers. I'm not ready to give him up. I've waited 20 years to get him back in my pond. We have two. Two's the perfect number. They might have kids, but if they have kids, I'm afraid that the neighbors would get a little upset. Flora says, yes, my tripod got broken. So I heard. But hopefully that'll help. Sissy says, oh, it will definitely come in handy. I chip paint on my devices, propping them up. Well, there's been some contributions to the tripod fund all around. Sissy says, Flora, I feel your pain, sis. Oh, I see. Sniper's previous comment. Did you know Jerusalem was totally destroyed twice? I would be amazed if Jerusalem is the same place. Steve says, yes, sis, sweet. Yeah, they are. They're just wonderful creatures. I mentioned this to Kat once. I really can't describe the amount of joy that fills my heart every time I see one swimming by, and they're so intent, but so joyful in their intent as well. I absolutely love seeing them. Fee says, I'll also contribute, sir. Fleur says, thanks, so, and thanks, everyone. You're welcome, my friend. Sister says, I really want to be equipment free, but as time progresses and I aim to do this full time, I see where some things are beneficial and not a waste. Yeah, I don't think of a tripod as like equipment, though. Really, what I love about YouTube is you can really do it with just your phone. But a tripod's sort of an extension of the phone, right? Puts you at the optimal angle. I'm about as low tech. Hey, Dretson, my friend, how are you? Peace, peace, greetings. Greetings to you, my friend. And peace to you, too. As a matter of fact, Toy Pups described to me, and she did this once before, and I forgot. I wanted to find a way to upload my live streams as a video, because I think videos would get, people don't have a tendency to rewatch live streams, but they will rewatch a video, right? So if I could take my live stream and repost it as a video, and she said the way to do it is you have to download the live stream and then upload it again as a video, but I don't have the space on any of my devices to do that. Hour and a half and I think it would take forever to get back on. So as it was downloading, I wouldn't be able to use any of my other stuff. So I don't think that's going to work. But I have been going back in the live streams and putting hashtags and changing the title and stuff. Dredson says, hey, happy to catch you this morning. I'm glad too. Dredson, I hope all is well. How are the kids? And how are your workouts? Longitude and latitude don't usually change quickly. Praveen says, yes, sir, almost in all your Beaver Short video, I wrote my favorite. I remember. Maybe I'll catch one this morning, and I can definitely post another one later. I have a phone full of just all kinds of nature stuff. And every day I'm trying to get something. The goal is to film something every day. Open up to what nature wants to show me instead of what I prefer. Trollface says, soon reach 10K subs. Then I will guide you to affiliation promotion. Man, it seems I've been stuck on my subscribers for quite some time. It took me like well over a week to get to 8,600. Sissy says, Ken, you're a psychic. You knew the subject was going to come up. Cat is psychic. Cat says, what I know is if Yogi hears a need, he gives. Well, thank you, Cat. I do try. Dredson says, oh, that's a good idea. Once you upload a video, you can also clip it into shorts, and those get more engagements usually. Yeah, I don't know how to clip things into shorts. I don't have any editing skills whatsoever. I've never edited a video other than like centering it, and even that I don't do very well. Sissy says all you have to do is edit a little bit so it isn't exactly the same and then repost it as revised. I don't know how to edit. I don't have any of those editing apps. What is it? I don't remember what it's called. Hey, hush up. That's right. I told my cat to hush up because she doesn't listen. Judson says kids are doing great. Really excited about Halloween costumes and trick-or-treating. Workouts are going well. I'm glad to hear all of that. Praveen says, yes, you can download your live, then upload it to your video, but it's mandatory to edit a little bit, or else there might be issues, reuse content. Many of my friends did that, got some reuse content. So I'll probably be better off just leaving it the same. Because I go live 3 times a day, because I'm reaching out to people, man, almost full time, any spare moment. I'm reaching out and connecting with people to see if they want to come up. And then, you know, my life outside of that, meditating, yoga, talking to a certain person, all of that is more meaningful to me. Kat says, Yogi, I will be your editor when you are big time and channeling Ken Wapnick. I expect a large, a large salary. I will double what I pay you now, Kat. You know what? I'm in a generous mood. I will triple what I'm paying you right now. You're welcome, Jetson. So, you know, when I started doing this, my goal was everyone kept saying, don't reinvent the wheel. There's a workable formula. You got to stick with it, which makes perfect sense, right? But of course, being, you know, contrary to almost everything my entire life, I said, you know what? I'm going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to reinvent YouTube. What a naive statement. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to be successful on YouTube in the laziest fashion possible. I'm just going to show up and talk. That's it. And I'm going to show up to talk about things that no one particularly wants to hear for very long. And maybe do the occasional burpee or kettlebells. Hey, Long John, my friend, how are you? Long John, thanks for being in last night and participating in the conversation. So, for those who, for those who might have been there, um, again, what do you think of our friend Martin, who's so soft and underspoken, but powerful in the words that he chose? Praveen says, "I will be your editor, Yogi, sir, full time. I would not take large salary." That's good. I did not have a large salary. I am already over budgeted. Sissy says, "Well, Praveen, that is so generous." Sissy, I gotta say, um, for you doing your own low tech route, um, you do absolutely amazing premieres, live streams, as well as your shorts. Miss Pippa says, "I could listen to you for 18 months from Spain to Jerusalem." I should do an epic live stream, an 18-month live stream. Praveen says, "Yes, editing skills are free for life. Time to Yogi Sir and Cat Auntie." You are a generous friend, Praveen. Longjo says, "I enjoyed Martin a bit. Wise and insightful." He certainly is. He's been practicing meditation since 1975. He's been practicing the course for about 16 years, although, like he said, he was familiar with it for quite some time. Lady Sky, I've been waiting to hear from you. Lady Sky says, "My sleep study went great, Yogi, and I thought it would." You probably haven't gotten any results back, though, right? Miss Bebsy said, "Walking Collectors of Love Misfits track." I like that name. We should get t-shirts made. What's the question, Paveen? And then I'm going to head out, take my walk, get ready for my workout. I will probably live stream. I don't know. I know what I'm going to do. I don't know what weight I'm going to do yet. I am still sore from Wednesday. Ladies, guy, did they let you know? Did they give you any feedback yet? Fritz says, "What do you think about my theory, Earth travel?" Hey, could you repeat it again? Didn't you went along lines of spaceship Earth? That Earth itself was a spaceship, right? Am I mistaken about that? Praveen says, "Yogi sir, what is the secret of your handsome personality that still now you can easily beat smartest teenage guys easily, looks as well as strength?" um, my secret is that people actually believe it's true when it isn't. But I appreciate you saying that. What was it Hulk Hogan used to say? Take your vitamins, say your prayers. Praveen's laughing. Longjo says, "You have any advice where to order kettlebells?" Yes, and I hope they're listening right now for affiliation and endorsement. Titan Fitness, Titan Fitness. They have payment plans. Get the competition bells. There's good reason to get competition bells. They are well priced and they offer free shipping. I have a mixture of kettlebells. I have the original Valerie Fedorenko World Kettlebell Association kettlebells, which I got for free when I became a certified kettlebell coach back in the early 2000s. But they're not being made anymore. So I had to find kettlebells that were compatible. You want the ones with the same type of handles, right? And Titan Fitness, perfect competition kettlebells. In my opinion, the best out there. The best, the most affordable, and the easiest accessible. Send them right to your doorstep. Again, free shipping. Longta says there's some kettlebells at Walmart that aren't bad. Depends on what you want to do with them. Because I trained for competition, um, and they just feel best in your hands. It's okay to get a Walmart kettlebell if you're just using it for casual stuff. But if you want to see ultimately what you can do with the kettlebell, definitely get the competition. Fred said, yes. My theory on every theory is if it works for you, and as long as it works for you, then I'm not going to add anything to it. As long as something works for you, Fred, that's what counts. David says, I see you, sir, not from my eyes, I see from my heart. It's a beautiful way to see all of us, isn't it? Marlon says, secret ingredient, sir, your sexy traps. I agree. Traps are the key. And just be a stunning silver fox in general. Well, silver fox would imply that I had hair to be silvery. Sissy says, I actually beat the clock that's rising, and rising session is ready. Wow, nice. Doing it live is still up in the air due to throat issues and cough. Thank you, everyone, for your kind thoughts and positive vibes. I heard that you were doing better. Free says, I was making a video of Hulk Hogan died 25th July. I was going to upload the video, then suddenly I got news my dad left, yes. Yogi Suri said Hulk Hogan reminds me of that date. I'm sorry for that reminder, my friend. I know that your heart is still mending. It's still healing. Hey, Astot, phone about to die, but hey, everyone. Hey, Yogi. Astot, my friend, thanks for coming in. Get away from floor. Simple says our clocks will go back 1 hour on Sunday, Eric. That'll be a week's difference between when ours goes back too. We go back the first Sunday in November. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Susie says Titan is too expensive for me. Yet you don't need, you don't need a competition kettlebell. Not everyone does. But for me, it was essential. Sissy's, let's see. Prayers from Praveen. Yes, sir, my friend. Long as she has 11 kettlebells, blows Walmart's away. Yeah, and they're supposed to. But Walmarts are perfect for, for general fitness, for strength training. Walmarts are perfect, and they're very affordable. Feed says, in India, we don't have such things as class going back. I wish we didn't. I don't like it at all. Sissy says, understood. I like that expression. All right, guys, let me get ready to take my walk. I'll be back, I think 8:20, 8:25. I'll live stream the workouts. No guests today that I'm aware of. What is today's date? The 24th. Monday. I do have a guest. Monday we have Miss Blipper. And then I got another friend coming up. And we're going to talk about, we're going to talk all things Course Miracles, as well as enthusiasm. The subject's been on my mind quite a bit. And then the following Friday, a week from today, Emily Perry is coming up. Really excited about Emily Perry. We're going to talk about A Course in Miracles and social engagement. Do we bear a responsibility for tending to the world? And then right after that, Kate Greaves, or Grives. I think it's Grives, but it might be Greaves. She'll be coming up. Long just says fallback. Yeah, it always throws me off. Miss Pippa says, laughing, I admire Solzi's enthusiasm yesterday. Enthusiasm is the theme. Praveen says, sir, for me, gallons and gallons of soda is free for me because military. God be omni love. Blessings. And to you too. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I love you all, and I will see you whenever. No pressure. Come on by and hang out. Cheer me on for the workout. Or come on by and let's hang out for this afternoon and evening live streams. Take care, guys.